Hey Dragon Slayers. So today's video is about the big fat lie about fat, part 1. So let's examine the lie. The lie says that eating fat, especially saturated fat, leads to high cholesterol, obesity, and heart disease. So why should you care? If fat in our diet does lead to high cholesterol, obesity, and heart disease, then we should definitely avoid it at all costs. If, however, this tasty food has been falsely accused, then wouldn't you like to enjoy it at your liberty? If it's good for you, then wouldn't you want to eat more fat, not less? This important question in the field of nutrition and medicine needs to be answered with meaningful research and common sense. So, the support for the lie. All experts, federal government agencies, and academics eagerly repeat this medical lie. It seems so self evident to all the well meaning experts that dietary fat equals body fat that there is no need for actual thought or research on this subject. If you look at the actual hard research, however, you'll very likely find that there is little support for this lie. Multiple large studies over years, which were conducted to show once and for all that eating fat was bad for you, have repeatedly shown no link between fat consumption and increased risk of heart attack or stroke. So let's examine the common sense. In a few areas, in few areas of human health and nutrition have medical scientists been more completely and embarrassingly wrong than on the topic of fat nutrition. Something as basic as what human beings should eat to be healthy is still a mystery in the 21st century. Or is it? Experts should have us believe Experts would have us believe that we need to fill up on whole grains and wash them down with glasses of skim milk and fruit juice. These same experts tell us that we should turn away from all saturated fats. However, the evidence for this advice is lacking. Common sense is defined by Webster.com as sound and prudent judgment based on simple perception of the situation or the facts. What sense could be more common than thinking we should follow the same diet and behavior that our ancestors followed for thousands of years? These hardy ancestors of ours were hunters and gatherers and didn't stay in one place for very long enough to grow and genetically modify grains or grasses. They moved around and ate what they could get their hands on. They probably wouldn't have touched skim milk had it even been a choice. They went out of their way to eat fat, breaking open bones for marrow and skulls for brains. The DNA you carry in every cell of your body was informed and perfected in the harsh environment that your ancestors' lives lived. For thousands of years, that DNA was tweaked and perfected on certain foods, green things, protein, and fat. But it never encountered other foods, such as grains, fruits, juices, and skim milk. Therefore, the true common sense thinking on this topic is going to tell you that it would be an honor to your DNA to eat as much of these as you like, as your ancestors did, and as often as they could. Unfortunately, most of us do not do this because the experts stepped in a few decades ago, and they lied to us. A pseudo common sense idea was hijacked because when we think about it, the fat in foods and the adipose tissue in our bodies are called the same word. Most people and most doctors childishly assumed that they are the same. As a result, the assumption is that eating one fat in your food must lead directly to the production of other fat across your body. Although that logic might satisfy a yearning for symmetry, a simple arithmetic, and in the mind of the average person, we should justifiably expect a much higher standard from our nutrition experts and doctors. It's neither their lot nor their privilege to accept anything blindly as fact without rigorous study and trial, even if it sounds like perfect common sense. The job of doctors is to think and study and to prove or disprove what they and everyone else thinks and believes to be true. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, guys, that together you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.